Hey guys, what's going on? The MC Rad here, coming at you with an Infernoble deck profile that I've been working on for the past, since the December Banlist really. I've just, more than anything, the smoke grenade hit hurt over the Synchros, and so I've just been trying to figure out a way to carry on with the combos. And I think this is a way that you can build the deck. This is relatively budget friendly, weirdly enough. Simply for the fact I don't own any triple tactics. So it's going to be helping a lot of newer players get into it. I do not recommend playing this deck without them. If you have them, brilliant. If you don't, you can. It just helps a lot more for the deck. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. The first thing that I'm going to be playing in this is one copy of Ogier. Being a Foolish Burial is really nice, but it's not one of the better normal summons. I kind of want to reserve that for either Neospace Connector, if possible. But this finding gear helps. Next is Triple Renault. I used to play the Ignoble Knight Synchro, but now it's just nowhere near as good as we need the space for the combo line. But Renault is still one of the best cards in the deck. Next, Oliver, playing 3 of, because it's the best extender that we have. If we get hand trapped on the Isolde, a lot of people are still trying to Ash the second effect, which is great, but it's just the biggest Ash bait in the world. Yeah, people are still doing it, and I don't know why. Last, we're then playing triple copies of Gearfried. You can go one of 2 ways, I think, with this, and that's either playing 3 Gearfried with the 1 Ogier, or you can swap these ratios around. I found some success doing it that way. But now, with the way that the deck needs to go, this needs to be on the field more than anything. You can play without it, but it just helps as well going second, so opening it is just really nice. Onto the other warriors that we play, just generic fire warriors. 2 copies of Red Layer. 3 pushes this too much because we don't need more starters, because we already have enough in this deck. But 2's nice because you just get to start recycling these over the time if you have to be forced into a grind game. I'm only playing 2 copies of Fireflint because of the amount of ways that we have searching them in this deck. But also there's lines with Isolde milling 1 if you open the Gemba. You just Isolde mill 1, summon Fireflint, tag it out. For the Gemba, the second effect does actually come relevant in a lot of occasions because you tend to open the Gemba. Then the best normal summon of the deck, and one of the main reasons you still play it, is Connector and Dolphin. Other than that, there's no other reason why you shouldn't be playing these, honestly. They're just so good in the list now. Without Smoke Grenade, you need to know hand knowledge much more. Onto the random one-offs. We're still playing Coltwang and the Despot 01. You just need these for the combo. And I'm playing the Armageddon Knight and the Plague Spreader, simply for the fact that obviously if you open Coltwang, it's a little bit of a feel bad just trying to combo through it. But this allows you to do a lot more paths, as well as open up your end boards in a much more flexible way. Next, onto the spells. Obviously we're playing Triple Heritage and Rota, because who doesn't love playing more copies of Rota, especially when 3 of them are on Eclipse, which this deck is really nice and able to find. Just playing Triple Durandal just helps find all of your warriors. It's great going second, trying to force negates from your opponent. Just equipping this onto one of their monsters, forcing the negate just so that you can't play through, is really nice. especially if they do end up letting it go through and you open a gear freed. You just get to drop the gear freed. Note, with gear freed it is an effect to summon, it's not a... it doesn't just put itself on the board. The rest of the equips, I'm playing triple DDR, because Power Tool, 2 Living Fossil. It's just another way of reborning a level 2 tuner, which you might need to do, but as well as being a nice Isolde mill if you're playing 2 of them. You don't have to rely on the one that way. Obviously we're playing Phoenix Blade for the Isolde. And an equip I've really been liking recently is the Joyous, forcing grind games, as well as the second effect does actually come up, because unlike the second effect of Durandal, which gets a warrior out of your hand, this does lock you into warriors, which can screw you over if you end up having to use it, whereas this doesn't, and it just reborns a warrior from your... sorry, wrong way around. This gets a fire warrior out of your hand, which in some situations can always just get Gamba out of your hand, and it's really nice. Then the last 3 cards of the deck, triple Dark Ruler. The deck really struggles going second, and so this just helps break the boards. Yeah, that's really about it. Onto the extra deck. Obviously we're playing 2 Isolde. I was only playing the 1 up until the Synchros ban, which, like I said, I was playing the Ignoble Knight Synchro, because it would just help facilitate Gearfried being the 4th summon, but now that doesn't become as free doing it that way, sadly, and the second Isolde comes up if you have to do the Armageddon Knight line, so yeah, it's just really good. I mean, didn't get touched, so of course we're going to be playing Needle Fiber. Unicorn going second, it just helps go through boards. Auroradon for the combo. We're still playing Colt Wing, we're still spamming down tokens, it's the best way of doing it. And then Access Code, because it's our follow-up for turn 2, as well as just helping break boards going second with Unicorn. Synchros now, we're playing quite a lot compared to the old build, in my opinion. The old build played a lot more denser Synchros compared to now. So yeah, we're playing 1 Herald of the Arclight. Who doesn't love 3 negates? But yeah, and then next is the new main piece of the combo that we actually get to use is Underworld Fighter Balmung. In the old Infernoble combo we used Charles to pop Smoke Grenade. Now we're using Charles to destroy this, which then reborns back the Colt Wing, and Colt Wing is not a once per turn to spawning the tokens. It's also mandatory, which is a relevant thing that comes up in some combo lines. We're then playing obviously Roland, the Power Tool, the Borrelide Savage, and Charles. Charles is just ridiculous in this deck. Again, like I said, being able to destroy the Balmung and just extend even further is just great. Next is a Synchro 9 of choice, in my opinion. A lot of people can play a few different things. Personally, for this format, I'm currently playing Shen Shen. There is arguments to be playing the Crocodragon, because at the end of the day, sadly we are a VFD turbo deck. It is the way that we have to play. But I've really been enjoying Shen Shen, just being able to stop just so many things that need to be in the graveyard, especially when you pair it alongside Herald. Having both of these on your end board can just be really oppressive against some decks. So then obviously we're playing Trish and the VFD. it's the best way that we can stop our opponent playing, especially now with so many hits to this deck. It's just one of those things that we kind of have to play towards VFD. I've seen some lists playing Draco Sack, um, but I just don't think those lines add enough to the deck, and this really helps makes your end board super flexible. Um, and like for example, I've had boards where I've not even made this, and I've ended on like Shen Shen, Herald, Charles, and Gearfried, and at that point, some decks can't even play through that. So yeah, that's how I've built it. I've not got a side deck for this. However, some options that I would consider playing would be cherries. If you play winter cherries, could be definitely an option. I wouldn't play this deck without Lancia in the side deck, just because you don't want dinos to be an auto lose. But yeah, that's how I would build Infernobles for this format. I've really been enjoying it since I've picked it up, and it's just one of those things that it's going to continue evolving all the time. Cards like Needle Fiber are around. It will be one of those combo decks that you just kind of have to keep an eye on at all times, in my opinion. But right, I will catch you guys soon, where I'll actually be doing a combo video for these and showing different lines of play and what you can do. But right, catch you later, guys.